April 26th. A broad, progressive pattern is driving today's impacts with a western trough, central U.S. lee cyclogenesis, and a moist return flow into the eastern half of the country, setting up convection and wind impacts from the plains into the Midwest and a more stable but humid southeast. Starting west, the Pacific Northwest into Northern California remains under onshore flow, with embedded shortwave energy bringing lower ceilings, light rain, and terrain obscuration into Seattle, Portland, and Medford, with occasional MVFR pockets and light turbulence in the coastal ranges. Farther south into the Bay Area and Southern California, marine layer stratus continues to be the primary operational constraint, with morning IFR to LIFR at SFO, OAK, and LAX, gradually lifting but holding on to coastal terminals longer where the inversion remains strong. Into the Rockies, the tightening gradient ahead of the trough supports gusty surface winds and mechanical turbulence from Salt Lake through Denver, with mountain wave potential and localized moderate chop-down wind of higher terrain. Transitioning into the plains, a developing surface low and sharpening dryline from West Texas into Kansas is organizing scattered to numerous thunderstorms, with Dallas-Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, and Wichita, all within a corridor of convective development capable of producing brief IFR, gusty outflows, and rapidly changing routing. North into Kansas City and toward Des Moines, storms become more stratiform, with embedded convection as they interact with better mid-level forcing, maintaining ceilings and visibility restrictions along key north-south flows. Across the Midwest into Chicago, Indianapolis, and Cleveland, expect a mix of MVFR ceilings and periodic showers tied to the eastward extension of this system, with modest low-level wind shear possible near the frontal boundary. The Northeast remains influenced by a weakening ridge but increasing moisture, supporting generally VFR early, with lowering ceilings and scattered showers developing west to east from Pittsburgh into New York and Boston later in the day as the system approaches. Down into the southeast, from Atlanta through the Carolinas and Florida, the dominant feature is a warm, moist air mass under weak ridging, with widespread VFR, but pockets of afternoon convection developing along sea breeze boundaries and inland troughs, especially across central and south Florida, where brief visibility drops and localized gusts are likely. Overall, the operational focus today is on convective avoidance and routing through the central US, with secondary considerations for low ceilings on the West Coast and turbulence through the Rockies. That's the National Aviation weather picture for today. If this briefing helps your flight planning, consider subscribing for the daily operational outlook. Have the best flight, and we'll see you tomorrow.